Yo, what is up, guys? It is your host, Stacey Samurai here, and I'm back at it with another part 2. What if Naruto had Zeref's powers? You guys absolutely love this what if, and here I am with another part to it. Now, if you guys don't know, during the last time, I was planning to upload like a bunch of parts last week, but I went on a trip with my family, and if you guys don't know, I'm planning to go on another one right now because my parents are traveling a lot, and well, it's gonna be an important week, okay? And either way, what I'm trying to do right now is, unlike last time, I was unprepared, but this time I'm planning to record a bunch of videos, and for the next few amount of weeks, I plan to upload these videos. So what you guys are hearing is a pre-recording of me doing it yesterday, as this video is being posted on Wednesday. So pretty much, yeah, I just want to let you guys know, and once again, thank you all so much for your support, and hopefully you guys will continue to support me, as like I said, guys, I will be uploading every day of the week, and here it is. So once again, thank you all so much for your support. I love recording for y'all. And either way, let's begin.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Alright guys, let's kick off this what if. By the way, you guys will probably hear some changes in the audio or something like that. That's mostly because sometimes I'm going to be taking some breaks because, like I said, I'm recording a lot today, and since I'm technically still a lot rusty compared to how I used to do my what ifs, it's going to be a while, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know. Plus, you guys might hear some background music, but I just suggest you ignore it and focus on the story. But besides all that, once again, let's begin. So we now kick off where we see Team 7 calmly walking the path to the land of the waves. Now at this, silence would be erupting from the teammates as they honestly have no idea what to truly talk about. Now at this point, Sakura would be, fidgeting a little bit until she then turns to Tazuna. So, exactly what is the land of the waves, she would say. At this, Tazuna would look at the girls. This is when he would then begin to explain about the whole thing of the land of the waves. Now, unknown to everyone in the group, Naruto had read up on the land of the waves. Like I said, Naruto was extremely intelligent and had mostly spent most of his time as a child just reading books from Konoha's library. So it wasn't all surprising that he knew information on land of the waves. Plus, Naruto was extremely interested in arriving there as he wanted to check something out. After all, land of the waves had a connection to the land of the Uzumaki Uzugakure, which Naruto, since he's still Naruto Uzumaki, he's of course wanted to find out more about this. However, this is when suddenly Naruto would then begin to pick up on some negative energy, as he would then turn to a corner where he sees a pond. It hasn't rained in weeks, though. What exactly is a pond doing here? He would say. At this is when suddenly bursting into action, the demon brothers would then burst out of the water, as they would then rush over at Kakashi. Now, of course, Kakashi, being, pretend shock, would then suddenly be captured and then ripped to shreds by their chains. Kakashi! Shouted Sakura as she looks at, the man who is literally torn up now, as the demon brothers would then set their eyes on Naruto. At this, they will rush over to him intending on doing damage, but that was a big mistake on their part. As soon as they approach Naruto, Naruto would then begin to leak the eerie aura of death itself. As the brothers would then be approaching him, they would then have multiple ginormous flashes of their deaths in brutal ways, with Naruto having an extreme hollow look to it. This would cause the brothers to actually, jump away on pure instinct alone. Just, who is this monster? However, right before they could really, try thinking it, this is when suddenly they'll then be attacked by Sasuke, who tries to show off, as he ends up taking care of the brothers quite easily. At this, the brothers, of course, after, finally taking some damage, however, they would eventually end up getting up and actually rushing over to Tazuna, intending on finishing him off. Sakura tries to protect him and his, Sasuke as well, but Naruto, seeing that his teammates were about to die and seeing the fact that this would do nothing more but bring more and more annoyance to him, he decides to spring into action right before Kakashi could. Naruto would appear in front of him as he would then grab the brothers by the neck. At this, both brothers can do nothing more as they then see Naruto's face directly close to their ears, as he will then whisper some faint words. At this, right before them, they will see the lights in the brothers' eyes suddenly just vanish as the eyes in their head would then roll up. At this, Naruto will look at them as he would then suddenly drop them onto the ground as soon as Kakashi then appears. Nice work, Naruto. At this, Naruto just shrugged it off as he would then walk off, while Sasuke is, looking at Naruto with a mixture of jealousy, however, as well as a bunch of curiousness. What did he do to them? He would think. Now, after this, Kakashi ends up interrogating Tazuna and finding out about what happens, while Naruto, he would actually take away the Demon Brothers by sealing them into a ginormous scroll that he just poofed out. At this, Kakashi was actually surprised as he asked Naruto about his study in Fuinjutsu, but Naruto doesn't give him any real information. He has a lot of information that he sealed up. As Kakashi's wondering, maybe it's due to all that trauma of him holding the tailed beast. After all, he heard from Hiruzen that Naruto was an extremely intelligent kid. He knew about the fox as well. So, I mean, Naruto's probably not very that familiar with being open with people. However, that's where Kakashi was mistaken. Naruto just simply didn't care about others. He just cared mostly about himself. That's just how it is. He just doesn't care. After that, Team 7 will then continue on the mission after a bit of arguing with Kakashi, of course. And as they were making waves, however, Sasuke would then run up on Naruto as he then begins to speak. So, why exactly did you take the Demon Brothers' bodies? At this, Naruto would continue walking, as this is when he would then open his mouth and speak. Simple. They have a bounty on them, and I can get some pretty good money by giving them back. Now this will cause Sasuke to look at Naruto in surprise, while Sakura is looking at Naruto with some type of version of disgust, wondering how such a boy can become so heartless. However, Kakashi was looking at Naruto with a worried expression, as Naruto could see this just scoffed in his mind, considering the fact that he didn't need anyone to worry about him, as he's perfectly capable of taking care of himself. However, this is when suddenly Naruto would then pick up on a ginormous amount of negative energy, as Kakashi would then shout at everyone to duck. Naruto would do so swiftly, as this is when they would then dodge the butcher blade of Zabuza Momochi, as they would then slam into a tree. At this, Naruto as well as the rest of the game would then get up, as they would then see Zabuza land on a tree as he looks at them. Wow, if it isn't Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, he would then say. As this is when suddenly Kakashi would then stand up, as he then looks at Zabuza. If it isn't Zabuza Momochi, demon of the hidden mist. At this, everyone would see the pressure between these two, as they'll be releasing killing intent at each other. Now and as soon as Zabuza releases his killing intent, Sasuke is already contemplating whether or not he should just off himself right here to avoid the casualty. However, Naruto, he was thriving in the killing intent. He felt comfortable in it. At this, maybe Naruto had no idea, maybe it's because of this dark magic of his, but he sort of just, I don't know, he just resonated with it. He resonated with the killing intent and honestly was just enjoying it for what it was. As this is when, of course, Kakashi would then get into combat, he would then turn to Naruto. Naruto, those creatures, can you summon them to protect your comrades? At this, everyone would look at, Naruto as he would then nod his head, as suddenly tapping his foot on the ground. This is when suddenly multiple different demonic creatures would then sprout out. One of them being a grizzly, few of them looking like demonic wolves, and even a ginormous demonic bird as well. At this, everyone would look at the creatures, with Tazuna being unhinged, while Zabuza is just looking like, what the fuck is this? As he honestly had no idea what to describe it. Just what type of guy is this, he would say, as he looks at the brat, or in his mind as a brat. But this one, Naruto would actually catch Zabuza's gaze, and as soon as Zabuza does, he honestly has to literally stop himself from flinching. His eyes, it was more worse than Zabuza when he was at that age. As he could already tell, that kid is a monster. Just what type of monster are you hiding, huh, Kakashi? He would say as he looks at Kakashi with a chuckle. At this, Kakashi looks at him as he then says, nothing much, just my cute little getting here. At this, Zabuza would look at Kakashi as if he was a weirdo, because many things can describe Naruto, but to Zabuza, cute was not one of them. You have weird taste in humor. But that was enough talking between them, as they would then instantly get into combat. Now, the fight between Zabuza and Kakashi doesn't change much. Now, at this point, after fighting for a while, Zabuza would then eventually end up trapping Kakashi, as Kakashi would, of course, tell Sasuke that he was not going to let them die, but he ended up getting captured. Now, at this point, Sasuke is panicking, and so is Sakura. However, Naruto was just calm. It's okay, relax, he would say. Now, at this point, Kakashi would see as this one suddenly Naruto would then suddenly tap his foot on the ground once again. Now, at this point, Zabuza's clone was just calmly there, as he had been there creating a water clone, thinking that these guys were not going to be much, even with those creatures. But this one suddenly, the Zabuza clone would then be like destroyed in an instant. What? Everyone thought. No one saw it. No one even, not even Kakashi was able to see it as he was too preoccupied. I mean, I'm an idiot. He was too preoccupied. I cannot speak. Gosh dang. He was too focused on, the water prison that he wasn't exactly able to focus on what happened. As this one suddenly, they'll then hear some snakes moving around. As this would cause Sakura to shriek, however, everyone would then see as a demonic cobra-like snake would then suddenly slither around. It was fast. Faster than they could even see. As no one even was able to sense it either. Just how many summons does he have? Thought Kakashi as he looks at the snake that returns back to Naruto. At this, Naruto would then look at him as he would then turn to Sasuke. As he would then summon one of his clones. You guys take care of that. I got things to do. At this, Naruto would then walk away as this one suddenly he would then tap his foot on the ground. As he would then suddenly body flicker. Or at least that's what Kakashi thought, but Naruto just used his teleportation magic. At this, Sasuke would look at Naruto upset. However, he knew that he couldn't really do anything in this situation and that he was far beyond his league. At this, the clone of Naruto would then turn to him. I have a plan. Back with Naruto, we wouldn't see in the forest, we would see a Haku, or at least, Haku being, since he has not been discovered yet, but just calmly on a tree watching everything unfold. He himself was not even able to see the snake in action, which surprised him as he realized that that boy was far dangerous than he expected. I didn't even sense it. That child, he's dangerous to Master Zabuza, he would think. However, this one suddenly a voice would then begin to speak up. It's quite a lovely time, isn't it? He would then turn around, only to see Naruto, as he was calmly laying down on a tree, relaxing his shoulders a little bit, as he was looking at Haku, with a small smile on his face. It's nice, peaceful, quiet, don't you think? Haku, however, being irrational at this point, would then throw a bunch of senbon directly at Naruto. At this, Naruto would see the senbon approaching, as this one suddenly a ginormous flood of darkness would then suddenly block the attack, sending the senbons flying. Now, I'm talking to you. I want you to sit down, relax. At this, Haku is tense as he's putting his guard up around Naruto. As this one suddenly an eerie amount of energy begins to set in, as Haku would feel a chill go down his spine. He says, you've been watching us for quite a while. And number one, you have the face of a hunter nin, however, they're supposed to take care of the subjects by themselves, not rely on others to take care of their dirty work for them. It's very clear that you're accomplice of that guy, Zabuza. But the thing is, I wonder is, why exactly are you helping him? Are you perhaps ready to, betray him? This would cause Haku to actually snap, destroying his fear from earlier as he then shouts, I'll never betray Master Zabuza. At this, Naruto was surprised. Such dedication, such loyalty. At this, Naruto he had seen it before, when he creates, his demonic, figures and everything. However, he was still surprised. And to see that it's actually coming from a regular human being, that's surprising. I have to admit, I'm impressed. However, you are a threat, and not gonna lie to you, having someone watching me is quite a hassle, quite troublesome. So I might as well take care of you right now. At this, Naruto's voice was going to go oddly cold, as this would cause Haku to instantly get into a battle. He would then create the demonic ice mirrors, shouting at the jutsu's name. Interesting, Naruto would think. So he would look around at the area with the amazed glaze. This was amazing. It was honestly incredible. The powerful amount of chakra, he was sensing it all, and it was amazing to him. As this one suddenly, of course, Haku would then begin to go on his monologue, saying that no one has been able to escape the demonic crystal ice mirrors, and that this was his end. At this, Naruto, of course, could sense that Haku had no real killing intent, even though he had no real killing intent at all. Please, you're too weak-minded to actually kill, aren't you? At this, Haku did not take that insult saying down, as this one suddenly he would then throw a bunch of senbon at Naruto, who then deflects it with his dark magic. Please, as if something so pathetic could work on me. At this, Haku instantly begins to actually fear for his life now. As this one suddenly he will then blitz in speeds, sending out a bunch of senbons directly at Naruto from all directions this time. Now, seeing that the attacks were approaching, Naruto would then smirk as he would then suddenly vanish right before Haku's eyes in a ginormous dark like mist or whatever, as this was his dark teleportation. Where did he go? Haku at this point was now sweating, as he was currently right now in the center of it. As he would then jump into his mirrors, thinking that he was safe there. However, just as he was about to get into his mirrors, however, this is when Naruto would then appear right in front of him, as he would have a dark glow around him. Alright, it's been a while since I did taijutsu. Let's see how I am right now. At this, Naruto would punch a fist directly into Haku's face, destroying the mask that he had on, as he would then be sent flying. At this, Haku would instantly be like shocked, as the punch was so powerful that it literally knocked him out of his crystal ice mirrors. As he tries to get up and once again get into it, this is when suddenly Naruto would then appear right inside, as he would then land an axe kick directly on the back of his head, sending Haku down to the ground. At this, a crater would then form, as literally the ground around him would be shooketh by it, as Naruto would then jump away. So this is it, huh? Alright, it seems as if I can enhance my strength and durability by enforcing it with this magic, Naruto would think, as he was currently right now trying using an ability which he called Enhancer. It was pretty much adding dark magic into his body, which pretty much allowed him to up his strength and speed and everything like that. So yeah, think of it as Naruto's way of going into, just think of it like boosting his strength and speed pretty much. At this, Haku would be getting up, as right now he was honestly like terrified at this point, as Naruto was leaking out this oozy energy that was just death itself. Zabuza, I can't defeat this boy, he would think. As he would see Naruto approaching him, he could literally feel like the very Grim Reaper himself was right behind Naruto, swinging his scythe playfully as he prepared to end Haku. At this, Haku would be fearing for his life, as this is when Naruto would then appear right in front of him. What a shame. He has so much use. He has so much potential. And overall, your abilities are interesting. So, I could see some use coming from you. At this, Haku would see, as this is when Naruto would then suddenly make a death orb, as he begins to actually destroy everything that's around him. At this, Haku would then close his eyes, as this is when suddenly Naruto would then slam the death orb directly into Haku's chest, which ended his life right there. As Haku would close his eyes, all he could do now was apologize to Zabuza for failing him. Back with Zabuza, and this time Zabuza at this point is now like panicking, as he was like looking around disoriented, as he couldn't believe it. Damn it! Just what the heck is going on? That guy, he lied. There's no way he's a Genin. It's impossible for him to be a Genin, Zabuza would say, as he's currently looking right now at his broken arm, as he would go ahead and wince in pain. Just what the heck was it? Flashback. During the time when Naruto was fighting Haku, the Naruto clone would then turn to Sasuke, telling him about a plan. At this, Sasuke would look at Naruto in surprise, but he would then nod, as this is when Naruto would then, of course, toss him the Demon Shuriken. Now, of course, due to this, they'll do the same tactic like they did in canon, with eventually Naruto end up appearing. However, what Naruto did was way much more brutal than he did in canon. As soon as Naruto poofed up, he actually ended up hitting Zabuza with a darkness enhanced punch to the gut, causing him to be sent flying, but he was not done. Naruto had suddenly, as soon as he did that, he would then suddenly kick Zabuza in the head, spinning his body, and he would actually end up grabbing his arm and dislocating it. Now, as soon as seeing this, Zabuza was, of course, terrified, so he ends up bringing out the Butcher Blade, intending on impaling Naruto. However, Kakashi would block the attack. And seeing that Kakashi was focused, Naruto did something that was brutal, and Zabuza was able to see it. As he turned his eyes to Naruto, he was seeing Naruto then have a mischievous glint in his eyes. As faster than Zabuza, Kakashi, Sasuke, or really anyone there could see, Naruto had created a ball of darkness that completely absorbed and destroyed Zabuza's arm, his left arm. As Zabuza can do nothing more but scream out in pain as he felt his left arm be completely destroyed by Naruto's darkness. As due to this, he was now currently jumping away. However, he was not done though, as Kakashi's kunai had laid a scratch directly under his eyes as well. So at this point, we will now turn to the present where we see Zabuza now at this point surrounded by Kakashi and Naruto. Who Kakashi was surprised that Naruto knew that he had chakra control to stand on water because, you know, Naruto is he was impressed that Naruto was not rookie of the year. At this, Zabuza would be looking at this guy. He's a demon, he would think. And almost like Naruto was hearing his thoughts, Naruto would send Zabuza and a smirk that showed no empathy at all. At this, Zabuza would look at Naruto. This is when Kakashi wouldn't say that he was done for. At this, Zabuza would see this is when Kakashi then decides to deliver the killing blow to Zabuza. However, the man was not going to give up. He was not one to sit down and just take it. So he goes ahead and starts swinging around his butcher blade, trying to at least do some damage, or at least trying to end one of them. However, as soon as he swung the butcher blade, Naruto would end up catching it right between his fingers like it was nothing. Your time's up, Zabuza Momochi. At this, Kakashi would then finally end up landing it, the lightning blade, as he decides to finish off Zabuza with an original technique. The attack pierces Zabuza through the chest, ending his life, as the man can do nothing more but watch, while muttering the words, monster, as he looks at Naruto. At this, Naruto would see as Zabuza's body would land on the ground, as everyone can do nothing more but watch, as Kakashi would then suddenly turn to the rest of them, to asking him if they were alright. However, Naruto, although everyone was telling him that he was fine and everything, Naruto was just quiet. And at this point, Kakashi is just thinking this was Naruto's first time, ever taking care of a life. However, no. In fact, Kakashi was wrong. Naruto at this point was looking at Zabuza. He didn't realize that this man has a lot of use. After all, he had read up on the Demon of the Hidden Mist. He knows about what things are happening over there. And with an ally, as well as someone like him by his side, Naruto could just imagine how much information he could get. And it was interesting to him. So with that being said, Naruto will look at Zabuza and then slowly walk away, intending on supposedly just ignoring it, as Kakashi as well as the rest of them would then finally return back, with Naruto carrying Kakashi because, he falls unconscious. However, unknown to everyone in Team 7, Naruto had formed 2 shadow clones. One of them to take care of the take care of the body of Haku, while the other goes to Zabuza. So, flashing forward, we now flash forward for a little bit. Naruto eventually arrive at Zabuza's cabin, and other than that, the land of the waves go by pretty smoothly. Team 7 stays there for who knows how long, but they just stay there enjoying their time. Sasuke spends most of his time training, and Kakashi ends up teaching them how to do the tree walking. However, he tries to teach Naruto, or at least try to get Naruto to open up to his teammates, but Naruto is someone who just minds his own business, studying Fuinjutsu. However, on the download though, Naruto is actually also writing out and creating, the demons in his creations, as he already had begun to intend on making Zabuza and Haku his creations. Now at this point, he slowly but surely ends up making Zabuza as his book and everything, pretty much dubbing Zabuza the Demon of the Hidden Mist, because that's his moniker. Well, he also ends up calling out to Haku being, I don't exactly know what nickname I should give Haku in his demon form or something, but I don't know. You guys type down in the comments down below what do you guys think I should name it for Haku, but yeah, Naruto had created it. Another thing is, while writing these books, Naruto is able to, eventually read up on everything that happened to Zabuza, all the information, and eventually about what's going on in the Hidden Mist Village. Now, at this point, Naruto is now interested because if he could just imagine if he helps these guys out, then he could achieve his peace. Like I said, Naruto's whole plan is to get peace, but not for others, but for himself. As the day would then pass, of course, Gato ends up making his appearance known, to which, I'm just going to put it simply like that. Team 7 is able to take care of it easily, alright? Bro, these guys are so weak, even Sakura can handle him at this point. And after that, the Team 7 just end up clearing the land of the waves. However, while doing so, Naruto would actually end up doing something, as while Team 7 had took care of Gato, he would actually sneak into his area. Now, we're now having to the area as we end up having a flashback. During the times when Team 7 was training, Naruto had actually gone ahead and mind his own business by creating a shadow clone to just stay there, read books, while he went off to take care of his business. The bodies and the new demons that he created for Zabuza and Haku were coming together quite nicely. As Naruto was building up things, however, he realized that he might need resources in the future, so he decides to go over and pay a visit to Gato. And by that, I mean he takes care of some of his men quite easily and just burst up in there. As we now turn to the scene. At this, Gato was currently enjoying himself, just enjoying his time. He was surrounded by a bunch of women, each one of them complimenting the man as, he was paying them a large amount of money. I know, I'm amazing, he would say. However, this one suddenly he would then see a guy burst into his office. Gato, you need to be run. At this, Gato will look at the man like as if he's insane. You idiot, what the heck are you doing here? Don't you see what I'm trying to enjoy myself? He would say, as he was currently surrounded by women. However, the man would then begin to, impale even further. You need to run. A guy, no, a monster, a demon. He's approaching. At this, Gato was confused. Like, what exactly is this fool blabbling about? But this one suddenly, the man would then suddenly be burst, like literally have a burst through his chest, as he would literally have a hole right through him by this dark and unsettling orb, as he would then suddenly disperse. I believe he was talking about me. A voice would then speak up, as he would see Naruto then suddenly approach, as out of the dust he would appear, looking clean as heck. As Gato is now looking at the boy in fear. He ended him. He killed him so fast. What is he? He would say. At this point, the women there are now like screaming and panicking as they would run away, leaving Gato there as he tries to run too, but Naruto would just kick him down into the ground, causing him to slam into a table. What is it do you want? At this, Naruto would look at him. Money. At this, Gato would look at him. He's like, it's yours. Here, you can have some. But this one, Naruto would then slap the paper money that he had as he would then look at Gato. I said I want all your money. At this, Gato will look at Naruto and like fears and says, but can we compromise? But this is when Naruto would then suddenly create a death orb. He was not here for negotiations. At this, Gato would look at him as he would then say, all right, I'll do that. At this, Naruto would look at Gato as he would then see the bunch of resources. He would then say, I also want every single bit of your contact information, every client that you made business with. At this, Gato would look at them as he would then says, I will do it. Just please, let me live. At this, Naruto would nod, as Gato would, of course, eventually end up signing over everything to Naruto and pretty much giving him a contract and everything. Naruto would take it with please, as this one suddenly he would then turn to Gato and once again end up manipulating his memory. He pretty much had just made it to where Gato had forgotten about the whole encounter, and pretty much all that contract and everything, that was for later. As to when Gato was dead, Naruto can take it for himself. So after those moments, and after getting all the contract deals and everything, Gato, after meeting his demise, which I'm going to say he died by Kakashi's lightning blade, and no, before you guys think like, oh, is Naruto going to bring back Gato? No, Naruto's able to handle the business by himself, alright? Gato shows no use. And after that, Team 7 just eventually after that, like, finished the mission. Everything was going good for them. At this, Naruto actually ends up also giving off a portion of the money to land the waves, which actually is like instantly thanked by the villagers as they thank Naruto so much. As don't get Naruto wrong, he did some of the fighting as well. And Gato, he had seen Naruto like help out in the fight against Zabuza, so he was of course instantly thankful to him, telling Naruto that he was thankful for him and everything. To which Naruto just shrugged it off. The reason why Naruto gave it to them was because he could see them being quite a valuable asset in the future. And after all, if Naruto needs some assistance, he could ask them for help. And besides, after all, they did make a quite fine bridge. So, yeah. So Naruto just thinks that they're useful, okay? But after that, after everything was done, Team 7 would then return back to Konoha, each one of them feeling as if they'd grown a little bit. Except for Naruto, who honestly just didn't care. In fact, he was just calmly reading his book. And he decided that he was going to start talking to Haku and Zabuza when they return back to Konoha. So eventually, as we do a time skip, Team 7 eventually returns back, with Kakashi telling them that they could enjoy themselves while he decides to go off and mind his own business pretty much. Now at this point, Naruto is just, left by himself as Sakura tried asking Sasuke on a date, only to get brutally shut down. At this, Naruto, seeing this, he honestly just doesn't care, as he has a very important business to take care of. So he decides to walk away, leaving her alone. And while he was walking, he was just calmly just reading his book, enjoying his time, vibing, as he was just thinking, I wonder what else I could add to that. At this, he was thinking about adding some more improvements to both Haku and Zabuza, as he was thinking of maybe he could find a way to extend Haku's abilities to Zabuza. That would actually make him very, very powerful and a valuable asset as well. As well as they could also help with the negotiations of the other villages. After all, Naruto loves information. So as Naruto was walking around thinking this was when he would then be bumped into by some guy in a cat costume. Kankuro, are you okay? Shouted to Maria. She'll look at her brother and says, yeah, but this guy won't be. He would say, as this one said, he would then grab Naruto by the shirt and lift him up, as Naruto had not taken his eyes off the book for a while. At this, Naruto would then calmly close the book as he would look Kankuro in the eyes, and he says, you look like you bumped into me. You're gonna have to pay for that, you know that, right? At this, Tamara would look at Kankuro as she would see the guy, and she honestly felt pity for him, and she tells Kankuro to leave him alone. Nah, sis, he needs to pay for it after all. Kankuro would say with a smile on his face as he looks at Naruto. However, this one suddenly Naruto would then see as Kankuro throws a fist at him, only for Naruto to release a dark and disturbing aura. The feeling of death crept on Kankuro as he looked at Naruto in shock. What is he? He's worse than Gaara. Is he gonna kill me? At this, he could feel himself losing strength in his muscles as he drops Naruto, as Naruto continues staring down Kankuro. As this Kankuro would be breathing heavily, as he looks at, Tamari, who's looking at him in worry, as he feels himself hyperventilate. No, what is this? He looks at Naruto once again, who's actually showing no empathy at all. In fact, if anyone could see it, in Kankuro's eyes, it looks like Naruto's enjoying it. But Naruto, he's not really showing anything at all. He just doesn't really care. After all, what is an excuse if someone just gonna ends up trying to attack him? If you're expecting him not to retaliate, then you're kind of dumb. So as Naruto was doing this, Kankuro would then think, I'm gonna. As this when suddenly a bunch of sand would then shot out as Naruto would then look at the sand and block it with some darkness. At this, Tamari at this point now was just looking at Kankuro with confusion, but now seeing the sand, her eyes will widen. As this one suddenly bursting out bursting out from sand itself, we'll see Gaara appear. At this, Gaara was looking at Naruto with narrowed eyes. However, Naruto could see the fear that was just dancing around in them. You are strong. I feel it, Gaara would say. However, this is when suddenly Gaara would then hold his head. Mother tells me she fears you. Why is that? At this, Naruto would just calmly walk away, completely ignoring Gaara's question. Or at least that's what they thought, until he would then, just calmly just walk past him. Because people fear what they don't understand. It's that simple. At this, Naruto would then walk away as he carries a book in his hand and casually ends up reading, going back to his house. At this, Gaara was now looking at Naruto in shock and in fear as Kankuro would then get up. That guy, just who is he? You would think. But this is when Gaara would actually end up speaking up, unknowingly answering Kankuro's question. We must stay away from him. He is someone that will end my existence, he would say. This would surprise both Kankuro and Tamari as Gaara was now showing real life fear. Gaara, the man who had the one-tailed Jinchuriki in him, the man who was so bloodthirsty he would straight up attack a Jonin itself, was showing fear to some random kid that Kankuro had picked up. And the thing was, Kankuro was not doubting Gaara's words, not even a bit, as even if Gaara didn't tell him, he already knew. If he had pissed off that kid even a slightly bit more, if he had done even a little bit more, if he had done anything else, that kid would have casually just ended his life. As Gaara was looking at him, he would eventually end up, looking at his siblings as they end up walking away, hoping and honestly, silently praying that they never encountered this young boy ever again. Back when Naruto, he would casually arrive at his house, as he would then suddenly see that it was all cleaned up and everything was back to its place. He was glad no one attacked it. As Naruto wouldn't have a smile on his face, as he would then walk over to his studies and his lab, as he would see a bunch of taijutsu scrolls, funjutsus, ninjutsus. Naruto had been working hard on a bunch of stuff that interested him. As Naruto would let out a peaceful sigh. Peace, he would think, as he would slowly lay down, sit by his study, take out a book as he instantly begins working on his next creation. What will happen in the next part? Why do you guys think Gar reacted to the way how Naruto was? What do you guys think is going to happen in the next part? What do you guys want to happen in the next part? It's up to you to decide, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Honestly, I'm glad to be writing this what if. I'm honestly already liking it better to how I did the old one. And yeah, thank you all so much for your support. Hopefully you guys will continue supporting me. Like I said, this video will be uploaded on Wednesday, which is going to be tomorrow for me or today for y'all. So yeah. Either way, guys, thank you all so much for your help. I'm going to go record another video now after taking a short break because I realized that I have a lot of stuff to do right now, so I'm trying to finish them all as quick as I can. But still, glad that you guys enjoyed the what if, and either way, it's your boy, and he's heading out. Peace.